welcome back. It's Mark from Mark LaFont Fishing, channel that is dedicated to fishing, gear reviews. Son and I, Easton, he's been on here before. We do tournaments, tips and tricks, stuff like that. If you like that kind of thing, hit the like button, subscribe, share, I'd appreciate it. Today, I was out here. I was going to clean up the boat from our tournament we had this weekend. It's kind of a mess still from Sunday. Drying out, it's soaking wet, but I thought I'd do a rod and reel arsenal. The rods that I like the most, the ones I use the most, and go from there. Most of my rods are Ducketts. That's just what I started out with. I don't know why, I just did. And I've loved them. They've been reliable, they're light, sensitive. So we're going to start off with my spinning rods, and we'll go from there. So the first one I have is the Duckett Micro Magic Pro. It's a 7-foot medium power, and right now I had a weighted wacky rig tied on. I'll use this for that. I'll use it for weightless too, depending on the cover. Also, I'll use it for a shaky head, stuff like that. I got a Stratic CI4 Shimano. These are back from my walleye fishing days. I just transferred them over to bass fishing. I love the reels. They've been rock solid for, gosh, I don't know. I've had them 7 years now, something like that, maybe more. And I got 20-pound Suffix 832 braid and an 8-pound P-Line Tactical fluorocarbon leader on here. I like the high vis. That helps me see if my line twitches, if it's running, stuff like that. So that's that one. The next one I got, they're actually two of the exact same models. This is a 7-foot Duckett Micro Magic medium light, and on that I have a drop shot tied on. I have same 8-pound P-Line Tactical fluorocarbon and 20-pound braid, the Suffix 832, same reel. This I'll throw obviously the drop shot, and I'll throw a Ned rig on this. I'll also throw a weightless Cinco on that too, wacky wig, whatever. Anything more finessey, that kind of stuff. This is the second one I have. It's the exact same setup. It's a Micro Magic Pro from Duckett. I have a little swim bait on there right now. We were throwing around in the tournament. Easton was a little bit, but it was so windy we couldn't really use it. Again, usually I'll have a Ned rig tied on there or anything finessey. So those are my spinning reels. They get used a little bit, I don't know. If it was up to my preference, I would be straight braid and a heavy or extra heavy rod. That's what I like to use. So that's my spinning gear setup. Covers pretty much anything I need to do. So the first bait casting reel or setup is going to be, and this is new for this year, I bought it strictly for chatterbaiting. I guess I could throw, you know, medium-sized cranks on it, but it's a Favorite Fishing Phantom cranking rod. It's fat glass, it was called. It's a composite. And last year I was using just a medium heavy fast action rod with my chatterbait, and I noticed I was pulling the bait away from them a lot. So I tried this year. It's got 15-pound P-Line Tactical fluorocarbon on it. Absolutely love it. I feel like I'm hooking way more fish and they're not pulling off. Now normally, let me grab this. Normally I have a Shimano Corrado DC on there, 7.4 gear ratio. But during the tournament, Easton and I had a little mishap, shall we say, and I blew up the reel and I didn't have time to fix it. So I took and put this Shimano Corrado K 7.4 on there, just regular reel, and use that for the rest of the time. Usually this is attached to one of my Duckett Ghosts that I bought when we first started getting into bass fishing more, and that's a 7-foot medium heavy, and I use that with the 15-pound fluorocarbon on there. I was swimming a worm with it, can do stuff like that, but I had to switch it out during the tournament. But yeah, absolutely love this. I didn't know how I was going to like that composite rod, but it has gotten a lot of use this spring and worked out awesome. So the next one, I actually have another swim bait head tied onto this, just a little heavier one that we didn't use in the tournament at all. I thought maybe I would. But this is a Duckett Micro Magic Pro also. It's a 7-foot medium power, and I will throw that. That has, I believe, 12-pound P-line fluorocarbon on it. I'll throw that usually on my lipless crankbait. I'll throw that on and I'll also use a square bell with this too. That's on a 7.4 Corrado K, Shimano Corrado K also. This is one of my favorite ways to fish, is a swim jig. Another Micro Magic Pro. This is 7-foot medium heavy, 30-pound braid on here from Suffix 832 also, and another Corrado DC 7.4. Love the setup. Love to throw a swim jig. This works very well. I tried it with fluorocarbon this year. Try something different, and I just didn't like the feel. I didn't like the way I couldn't work the bait the way I wanted to, as good as I wanted to, or how I wanted to either. So yeah, this bait is really good. Love that. So then I'll pull. This is a Duckett Triad actually, and it's a 7-foot medium heavy. It's kind of a do-all rod. I have a spinnerbait tied on now, and this is one of our old flipping reels I just put on here. It's a 7-to-1 gear ratio. Haven't used it at all. Did not throw a spinnerbait at all this spring yet. I've been doing mostly the chatterbait. But yeah, this is kind of a do-all rod. That's 15-pound fluoro, I believe, on there. I could flip a small jig with this. It could be a really do-all kind of thing, small Texas rig, something like that. Let's see. We'll stick with this. This is a Duckett Ghost. This is my jerkbait rod. It's a 6-foot 10-inch medium power. It works pretty good. It's got a 7.4 Corrado K on there, again Shimano Corrado K. Works pretty well. I do wish this was a little shorter, so when I'm doing that, it's not catching on my clothes or anything, or up here. So if I could, I would cut that off. But I don't throw a jerkbait a whole lot, but it works for when I do. This is my top water rod. Right now I got a buzzbait tied on. This is usually a frog rod. That's got 50-pound braid on it. It's a Suffix 832. It's a Denny Bauer Edition Pro Series. It's a 7'4" medium heavy ardent, and it's, I guess, their frog rod. Basically, I bought it. This rod was like, I don't know, 65 bucks, I think, maybe 85 bucks, and I just wanted a rod I could put just frog on, and it's been rock solid. I really like it. No problems with it at all. And I went up to an 8.5 Corrado K on this one, trying just a faster gear ratio. See how that works out for frog. And really, I'd rather get my bait back quick. The rod, when you're in the heavier stuff, that's what pulls the fish out. You're using your rod more than your reel, so I'd rather pick up that line quicker and get the bait back to me. If I got to recast or I get blown up on, miss it, crank it in real quick. So now we'll get to probably my 4 favorite rods, the way I like to fish. Oh, here's just another swim bait rod. It's a 7-foot medium heavy. It's a Ghost, Duckett Ghost. I just had another swim bait tied on there, but I could use anything with this. It's 30-pound braid, one of our old flipping reels, 7.0 again. I just had another colored swim bait tied on just so I could pick one up and throw it if the water got a little darker. Another really good versatile rod. I could use it, do top water. I could flip a jig with this too. Again, just have braid if I'm doing heavy weeds or something like that, cut through there. All right, now to my 4th most favorite. So this year, I started trying out fluorocarbon for flipping. And I was hesitant at first, didn't like it, but I am very impressed with the P-Line Tactical. Very strong, and I haven't had really any issues with it messing up on me. So this is a 7'3" heavy power Duckett Ghost. I've had this rod for 3 years now, and it's been awesome. For $100, it's light, strong. I've never broke one. It's never let me down, and I love these reels. These are the Lose Super Duty G's. They're all 8.3 to 1s. It's got the flipping switch, which I really like. I like that where I can just push that down. Well, turn it on. Push that down and it comes right back up. I don't have to engage the reel handle at all. Really like that feature. This one I'll keep a jig on, and the other one I bought is a 7'6" heavy, same exact reel, 8.3 to 1, the Super Duty G, flipping switch on there. This one I have Texas rigged. It's got the same 15-pound fluoro. If you watch some of the Shatek chain tournament, you'll see that I use this a lot. And actually I used it more than what the video shows, but I lost some of the footage. Caught a lot of fish on it. Again, very happy with the P-line tactical fluorocarbon and this reel, and these have been just rock solid. So, and that brings me to my extra heavies. I got 2 extra heavies, same reel again, the Lew's Super Duty with the flipping switch, 8.3. These both have 65-pound braid. This one I have, actually it's got a 3/8 ounce Wu tungsten on it, never chip. And I've been using that. I've gone up to an ounce on that. Really around here, I haven't found any other thick cover that I need more than an ounce, honestly. So, but these will pull fish out of anywhere. That 65-pound braid, again, will pull fish out of anything. I kept both of these with braid, so that's the one with the Texas rig on it. And I kept this one, I put braid on too. I do have some 25-pound P-line tactical, but I decided to keep these both braid. Maybe I'll change that in the future. And with my other one, I just got a heavy 3/4 ounce flipping jig, something I can get into the heavier cover. It'll drop through a little better. So yeah, again, love the Ducketts. I've never had a problem with them. They're light, sensitive, strong, and I'll probably continue to buy more. I do have some more rods in there. I do have another Duckett Ghost that is kind of a square bill crankbait rod. I don't use it that often because it's a little too flimsy. If I'm going to throw a crankbait, I'm going to throw it on a glass rod. I think that favorite would be all right. What else do I got in there? I think that's about it. I might have another medium heavy kind of all-purpose rod that I would use. But yeah, that's the ones I use the most. And they've all been great. If you're looking to buy any rods, I mean, the price point for the Ducketts, especially the Ghost, I don't know, I don't think they make them anymore, but these were $100 when we bought them. I think that you can find some around that are a little cheaper now, but for the price point, they're great rods. So thanks for watching. Again, if you like that kind of thing in the channel, gear reviews, fishing tournaments, tips and tricks, little challenges, stuff like that, give us a like, subscribe, share it, let your friends know, and we'll see you around. Thanks.